Hi, good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. So I kind of really need to check on my garden today, so I'll show you how they're doing because last night it was like gentle raining all throughout the day and the day before yesterday as well. So we've been getting like a lot of rain for the garden, which is amazing. But last night was their first experience with heavy rain. I don't know what happened because it was just gentle raining throughout the entire day. I mean, like, seriously, super gentle, like, almost like it wasn't raining so gentle. And then all of a sudden, it was, I don't even know how to describe how heavy rain it was. It was so strong and coming down so fast that I was a little bit concerned about the garden. And I also think they have too much water in their buckets because the buckets that I have don't have drains in them, so I'm probably gonna have to dump a little bit of it out. So that I'm kind of curious about how I'm gonna go about doing that, but we will figure that out as well. And besides that, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna be getting up to yet, so we will figure that out later. But as for right now, I just wanted to say good morning, and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I'll see you in a second, most likely outside. Okay, well, looks like everyone did really well. They did get a lot of water. I'm gonna have to drain the peppers container, it looks like here. I'll show you in a second, but we have some actually like pretty good sized tomatoes growing in here. That is honestly incredible. So yeah, they did amazing. The little beefsteak tomato is right here, so I will need to get a new seed and see if that one will take. I'll just put it directly into this container because that little sprout is sadly, looks like they did not handle the rain, but it looks like these guys did, so that's very good. And maple tree, of course, did great, but I'm not really worried about them. They're pretty darn sturdy. The sprouts of the dill did really well, and they're starting to get all feathery, which is exciting, so they're becoming a little bit more than just a sprout. These guys did good. They actually have a little bit of sunburn on them. That's interesting. I wonder what's going on there. But they did really well through the storm. They didn't lose any of their tomato flowers. The peppers, they have a little bit too much water, so I'm going to see if I can tip them onto their side and drain that out a little bit because I don't want them to have that much. Otherwise, they did great through the rain. They just got a little bit too much water. They definitely had way too much water. Okay, but good to know it's very easy to tip them onto their sides and drain it out. My goodness, that's a lot of water. Alright guys, that should be good. Much better. Good job, little ones. Yeah, they definitely had too much water. I know it's very dark right now. These are actually my bathroom doors. They're in this closet that I always say that I need to clean, but this is in the back of my closet and it had stuff on top of it. I am not going to show you the rest of my room right now because everything that was in this closet is out there, but I needed this container and what's in it. I will show you what I needed here in a second, but it forced me to take everything out of this closet and clean it out and reorganize it. So it's a good thing, but I finally got to what I needed. It's in here. This is what I was looking for. These 3 bins. I still have 4 of them in the closet, but I wanted them to put in my cube storage in my bedroom. So all of that was for these 3 things. It's so annoying. I know this is silly to be so excited about, but the closet door finally closes. Like, it is completely closed. I finally did it. It has been not able to fully close like completely, like both of these doors are same level. It hasn't been able to do that in like over a year, but also I kind of felt bad because I had to keep moving Laura around the room because this is where she lives. This is the closet door and this is her home. It's where she likes it best, but I had to keep moving her all over the place, so I felt so bad. But I mean, I don't think she minded too much, at least. But anyway, now that I finally have everything back in that closet, I can finally get some knitting done. And yes, I did actually get some time to knit earlier, and I remembered to count the rows that we are on. I don't know how many I started with today, unfortunately. I did forget to count that. But as of right now, we have 15 rows done. But anyway, yeah, today was a little bit unexpected. I was not planning on getting that closet until like probably honestly my Halloween stuff out in September. I cannot get you level. I am so sorry. I am trying. Hang on a second. I don't know if that's any better, but I think it might be. But anyway, I was honestly not planning on getting that closet until probably Halloween when I got my decorations out, because that's when I would really need to access stuff. But yeah, I needed to get it today because I needed those 3 little bins for some storage, because what I was doing previously was not really necessarily working, and I wanted to see if those would, and those work so much better. So I'm glad that I had to get them out. But it was kind of annoying and kind of very frustrating that they were literally on the bottom in the back of the closet, so I had to take everything out of it. It was it was a lot. Yeah, that was not necessarily an easy thing to do today, but I'm glad that I did. I am kind of upset about one thing that I found in there. I should have left it out, but it was in that box that I showed you, the Animal Crossing box that the storage bins were in. Actually, there was a lot of stuff in there I was kind of surprised at, but there was a bag in there, and I opened it because I was like, oh, you know what, I wonder if it's actually in here, and it was my first camera that I ever got. I'm kind of really upset that I didn't leave it out, because I'm not taking it out at the moment because it's on the bottom underneath a bunch of other stuff now. But I did spend a minute just kind of looking at it because I was just kind of happy to see it. But my first camera, I believe it's called a camcorder, it recorded on tape. So like a cassette tape. So yeah, it's an older camera. I used it when I was a kid, so I have been making videos technically for a very long time. Also, I was kind of upset because the tape wasn't in the camera. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know where that is. I'm hoping that it's just in a different part of the bag that it was in and I didn't see it, because that tape does have some videos on it that I definitely don't want to lose, and I would love to be able to find a way to watch it. I'm pretty sure I can watch it on my TV, but I'm not entirely sure how. And also the camera doesn't exactly turn on, so I need to figure out how to get it to turn on, because the battery obviously is dead. But even when I have it plugged in, like just not on the battery, just plugged in to power it, it doesn't really turn on, so I need to figure that out to be able to watch it. But I would love to be able to see those videos again. But yeah, it was just really cool to, you know, unexpectedly find that in there. It made me very happy to see it. I really should have taken it out and like put it on my desk or something so that I could see it more often. That camera also, it's kind of funny. I'm so sorry I can't show you it, but it's I remember specifically I asked for it from Santa one Christmas when I was little, and I specifically asked for the camera with the screen that flipped so that way you could see yourself when you were recording. So like, you know how when you're videoing and you can see yourself in the video, that's the camera that I asked for specifically, and that's what that is. So it has the little door that opens up and then you can flip it the other way. But besides that, everything else in there I was kind of expecting to see. It was mostly just I had to reorganize like all of my winter blankets and put those away properly, because I don't need all of them anymore. They can be put away until, you know, it gets freezing again at night, because it's been warming up. I don't need as many, and also with the temperature blanket, I really don't need that many blankets, which is kind of amazing because that blanket is so warm. I don't know what kind of magic is in that temperature blanket, but it is the only blanket that I currently have on my bed right now because it is so warm. So anyway, because of that, I have all my other blankets put away, and if you know me, it's actually kind of impressive that they weren't just on the floor. They were tossed into that closet, so I folded them and put them back on the shelf properly until winter, so everything is more organized than it was before in there, and all of the other stuff that also was in there, like I pretty much didn't even have all my Halloween and Christmas stuff put away from last year either, because I just kind of put it in the closet and not in its proper container. So I also put all of that stuff away, and just like having everything back into its container and having it organized in there is 1,000 times better. So that was pretty much my entire day today, was just organizing that closet. I know I wasn't able to show you any of that, so I do apologize. I also was able to get outside again later on and check on my little garden again, and the peppers are doing great. They're not showing any signs of stress, thankfully, from me having to dump the bucket and get all of that water out. I don't understand why they had so much water compared to the tomato plants though. The only thing that I can think of that was different is because the tomato plants are much bigger. They probably didn't start out with as much water in the container before it started raining, and the peppers just already had probably quite a bit in there, so that's why it was more noticeable. But yeah, I'm glad that I was able to get that water out, because that was way too much. They would have gotten some severe root rot if I had to leave that in there. I would have found a way to get it out no matter what, but that was a lot of rain yesterday. And also, I went over and checked on Dad's garden with him, and he is doing amazing with his garden. He's starting to get a ton of flowers over there on his plants. His herbs look like they're coming back. They're still a little bit like, you can tell that they have been through the freezing temperatures and the frost and stuff, but for the most part, I think they're gonna be okay. The basil is honestly kind of the most impressive little herb out there, because the little guy is still, I think it has like 4 leaves on it, but it's still growing and it's still alive. So that is one sturdy little basil plant. Oh, and my chives, because they're technically over in his garden because they're in a container that is not movable. The chives also are looking much better, thankfully, too, which is amazing. I do need to go out there and trim them because they are getting actually kind of big again. What else did I get up to today? Yeah, it was just a normal day otherwise. It was pretty calm. It was seriously just dealing with everything in my closet. I literally just finished that. It's something that I was most definitely not expecting to do today, but yeah, definitely worth doing. But that actually is the correct side for this little square. So let me count how many rows we have. Again, I don't know what I started with before I knit a little bit earlier, but before I started knitting with you just now, I had 15 rows. I think maybe it was 14, but I'm pretty sure it was 15. But let's see how many we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nope, miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We knit 5 rows today. Okay, wow. That actually went quite quickly. But anyway, this is what it looks like for today. We only have 5 more rows, and this square is done and can be added to the blanket back there. The squares seem to be being knit very quickly all of a sudden. But anyway, that is going to do it for the video today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and more importantly, I hope you enjoy your day today, no matter what you're doing. If it's a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you enjoy your day. And as for me tomorrow, I don't know for sure if this is what I'm actually going to be getting up to tomorrow, but I think I might try trimming and propagating my string of dolphins back there, because as you can tell, they are definitely really growing very quickly right now, so I would like to trim them while they are like in their really fast growing stage, so that way I can fill that space with them, and also move the little container that is in my bathroom that has the other little single vine that I tested propagating them with. That little guy is also growing quite a lot, so I already have a container started for them. I'm just gonna trim a couple more vines and put them in that container as well. So I'm thinking about doing that tomorrow. I might not, I don't know. I also might, hang on, this up here, I have it on my desk. I love it. It's also a planter, so like these can hold plants, but there are obviously no plants in here right now, so I'm thinking about maybe propagating a couple extra vines into one of these containers because I think it would be fun to have some dolphins on my desk as well. So I might put them, oh my goodness, I have so much cat fur on my arm right now. But anyway, that is something that I might do tomorrow. I might also propagate a couple of string of turtles if they're long enough. I don't think they are currently. No, they're definitely not. And also put them in one of those containers, but they're not big enough for that yet. So it'll just be the dolphins tomorrow. Besides that, again, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna be getting up to. Dad and I might get the yard work done, actually. We probably won't, but it's not something that definitely won't happen tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, besides those two things, I don't know what else I'll be doing. So yeah, with that, that's gonna do it for the video today. And thank you again so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye! I'll see you later!